Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Back with another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before we go any further, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakar, Kodash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this 1,000,000% truth of the Bible. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akhams throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of your abilities. And we're going to get into a lesson on this word will come to pass for all the non-believers. So without further ado, the first scripture we're going to get is Romans chapter 3 verse 3.
God, this is the book of Romans chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
Right, for what if some did not believe? We already know these heathens not going to believe. Esau, the so-called white man, Moab, the so-called Chinese, Ammon, the so-called Japanese, Ishmael, the so-called Arabs, the Dahé East Indians, and Ham, the so-called Duty Africans. We know these so-called heathen nations not going to believe. But what if 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Latino, and Americans, who are the real biblical Hebrew Israelites, what if you didn't believe the men that Yahweh Shema Shah set up, starting with the apostles and elder Great Millstone to the men on down? What if you didn't believe what we were saying?
For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Right, so what if 2/3 so-called blacks, Latino, and Americans didn't believe? Is your unbelief of you not believing in none of these prophecies of what we're saying out there on the highways and byways and putting our videos up on YouTube? Is your unbelief going to make the Most High without effect? Meaning, is your unbelief going to stop the Most High from doing what He got to do? Bringing the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Is that going to stop the Most High from bringing, World War III, 200 ICBM missiles coming from Russia, China, North Korea, Syria, and so forth on? Is your unbelief going to stop the Most High from bringing the chariots of Israel with the word he calls UFOs, with the laser beam of fire coming down from the bottom of it? Is your unbelief going to stop the Most High from bringing FEMA camps that they're setting up with the guillotine inside of them to cut your head off? Is your unbelief going to stop the Most High from bringing a famine of food in this land of America? Or bringing the famine of hearing the word? Is your unbelief going to stop the Most High from bringing these race riots and uprising of people? Let's read on.
God forbid.
Meaning, hell no. Your unbelief is not going to have no effect on the Most High, none whatsoever. The Most High still going to do what He got to do. The show must go on. You don't have to believe in none of these prophecies and what His men saying out there on the highways and byways and put it on videos on YouTube. This word is still going to come to pass. The Most High still going to do what He got to do. He's still going to bring the RFID chip. He's still going to bring World War III. He's still going to bring those 200 ICBM missiles that are going to destroy America in 1 hour. He's still going to bring the chariots of Israel with the laser beam of fire coming down from the bottom of them, which the word they call UFOs. He's still going to bring the FEMA camps with the guillotine inside of them. He's still going to bring all this stuff, so you don't have to believe. Your unbelief is not going to have no effect on the Most High, none whatsoever. Read on, Baba Kashaw.
Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Right. Let the Most High be true. Yahweh Shema Shah. Let Him and this word be true. That's why, we constantly go into these scriptures. We don't speak out our own mouth. We speak of Yahweh Shema Shah and His word. Let every man be a liar, because 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Latino, and Americans, and you hit the nations, you just talk out the side of your neck, you just be in your feelings. So we let you men be liars, and we let Yahweh Shema Shah be true. Because just roughly paraphrasing it, it tells you in Acts 5:29 that we ought to obey the Most High rather than man. So we're going to let Yahweh Shema Shah be true. We obey Yahweh Shema Shah, not man.
Can I say something?
Okay.
When it says let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, like the brother said, the words that are written in this book, and man, let a man be a liar, because you got a lot of these pastors in churches saying that, in 15, 20 years, we're going to build this super mega church, and then America's going to go on forever and be this great kingdom. That's them being the liars, because they're not coming out of the scriptures of Yahweh Shema Shai and what's written therein.
Okay. The water, bro.
No problem, bro. And it reads, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So we're justified in our sayings because we're reading straight out of the Bible, of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Bible.
Isaiah 55:11. So, 230 so-called blacks Latino Americans, you don't have to believe anything that the men that Yahweh Shemashah set up, because this word is going to come to pass.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
St. Luke 10:16, hold that. It says, so shall these words be to go forth out of my mouth. And how is this word going forth out of Yahweh's mouth? This word is going forth through men, because Yahweh speaks through men. And we're going to prove that real quick.
This is St. Luke chapter 10, verse 16, and it reads, it's like I'm on the wrong page. St. Luke chapter 10, verse 16, it reads, he that heareth you, heareth me.
Right, so if you're hearing what the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone are saying out on the highways and byways to the men on down and putting their videos on YouTube, it's not us that you're hearing. It's Yahweh Shah that you're hearing, because Yahweh Shah speaks to men. And Yahweh Shah, who's the word and he calls Jesus, whose real name Salaki, and Yahweh Shah, who the word they call Jesus, who's a so-called black man.
Mm-hmm. If I can chime in real quick, that's why I said, let the Most High be true and every man a liar, because we're the ambassadors, we're the spokesmen for Yahweh Shemashah, you know,
Okay.
the men on the earth, you know, starting with our apostles and elders, we're speaking for Yahweh Shemashah. Actually, I want to say for, he's speaking through us.
We're his mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
And that word despise means hate. So if you hate Yahweh Shah, it's like if you hate the men that Yahweh Shah set us, starting with the apostle and other great millstone to the men on down, it's not us that you're hating or despising, it's Yahweh Shah that you're hating.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
And if you despise Yahweh Shah, then ultimately you're hating Yahweh, and that's who the word he calls God, who's also so-called black man, because Yahweh sent Yahweh Shah. So that's who you're ultimately hating. So we just pulled, St. Luke 10:16 to show you how Yahweh Shah speaks through men. So we're gonna go back to we're gonna go back to Isaiah 55 and 11.
It's Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It shall not return unto me void.
Right. So once these words leave the apostle and other great millstones mouth to the men on down, these words are not gonna return unto Yahweh by Shemashah void, meaning empty. We're gonna read on why these words are not gonna return unto them empty.
But it shall accomplish that which I please.
Right, this word is going to accomplish which he pleases, meaning these words are going to come to pass. These prophecies are going to come to pass. Everything that's written inside this Bible, this King James Bible, is going to happen. The RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, is going to come to pass. Martial law, it's going to come to pass. 200 ICBM missiles is going to come from Russia, China, North Korea, Syria, and so forth on. It's going to come to pass. It's going to hit America and it's going to destroy it. The chariots of Israel with the laser beam of fire coming down from the bottom of it, it's going to come to pass. The famine in this land called America, the famine of food that's coming to America, is going to happen. It's going to be a shortage of food. It's going to be a shortage of hearing the word. So all this stuff is going to come to pass. It's going to happen. So once again, you so-called blacks Latino Americans 2/3, you don't have to believe, because this word is going to stand. It's going to happen, and you will see.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Like the day of the Lord coming like a thief in the night, that's going to come to pass, because you don't want to hearken on to what Yahweh Shemashah is saying. And you got a lot of people just living their day-to-day life, not even thinking about the Lord or anything with your Heavenly Father, your Creator is, Yahweh Shemashah, your Creator. You're not even thinking about what He wants out of you. You just just fulfilling your own belly pretty much.
Okay.
So the day of the Lord's going to hit you as a thief in the night. I got a quick precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is Psalms 115:3, and this is like one of my favorite precepts now. But our power is in the heavens. He have done whatsoever He have pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly, how about Shemashah is going to do whatever so He pleased, That's why the scriptures say it. I'll read that again, Isaiah 55:11. And it shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, Because that's what it pleases Yahweh Shemashah to do these things. I'm going to keep breathing. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Right, this word is going to prosper to the thing which you sent it, meaning this word is going to reach who it needs to reach. If this word is for you, it's going to get to you somehow, some way, and then you're going to wake up to this word. If you're part of the Lord's will, you would be some of those men.
Yep, exactly. You're right. That's right, bro. That's why I said it doesn't go out void,
Mm-hmm.
Because this word is really for the elect. And we know through the prophecies that as soon as the elect hear this word and become sealed in their minds, that Yahweh Shemashah is the end's going to come,
Mm-hmm.
Death and destruction for America.
Alright, Isaiah 34:16.
This book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16, and it reads, Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Right, it says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. And when you're seeking, you're doing what? You're looking. So seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. And it ain't talking about seeking out the book of the dead, the book of the Mormon, you know, the book of the Quran, you know. It ain't talking about seeking out none of these other books, but this King James Bible, the 1611. And it said, and read. Read it. Get the understanding of what you're reading. Because plenty of people can seek out the book and read, but if you don't have the understanding of it, you know, it's not going to do you no good. So seek out the King James Bible, the 1611, and read.
No one of these shall fail.
Right. No one of these prophecies are going to fail. That's what it's talking about. These prophecies, they're not going to fail. Once again, martial law is going to come to pass. The race right, which is the RFID chip, is going to come to pass. You know, the FEMA camp that's being set up is going to come to pass. Uprising people, you know, race riots are going to come to pass. 200 ICBM missiles are going to hit the shores of America and it's going to destroy this place, and it's going to come to pass. The chariots of Israel, the laser beam of fire coming down from the bottom of it, is going to come to pass. You know? So all this stuff is going to come to pass.
Whether you believe it or not, you know?
God.
It says, no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate.
Right, none shall want her mate, meaning no other book, no other Bible can compare to this Bible, you know? This Bible stands alone. This Bible is one of a kind, you know? No other Bible can match this book.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit hath gathered them.
Right, and the spirit is this word, this Bible, which is the spirit, is what gather does. That's why we're here right now. You know, and Lord will remain.
God, exactly. It's gathering the elect so the end can come, whether you believe it or not.
God. So last scripture I'm gonna get is 2 Esdras 15:4. You know?
That's one of the Bibles.
Lucky.
There you go.
So you know, this what if 230 so-called black South Timor Americans didn't believe? Well, ultimately you don't have to believe, because this word is going to come to pass. So we're going to get what's going to happen to 230 so-called black South Timor Americans who don't believe in these prophecies going to come to pass.
God. This is this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, for all the unfaithful, 230 so-called black South Timor Americans. So because you don't have no faith in none of these prophecies, because you don't have no faith in Yahweh Shah and what he's saying, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. You're going to die not believing in this word, you know? So technically you don't have to believe, because this word is going to stand.
God, it's very funny because Yahweh Shah didn't give him the gift of faith. He's telling them the penalty for not having faith. You know?
Okay. So with that, I hope you've been edified. It's been another GMS on the go. This is the Raleigh, North Carolina camp. Before we go any further, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash. Next up, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching us this truth according to the Bible. And a double shalom to all the sincere Akums throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in righteousness and sincerity to the best of your abilities. With that, shalom.
Shalom.